Welcome back to Water Me Sis Live. I'm your girl, JALEAH.
I'm JALESA.
And I'm DREA, the social butterfly.
Yeah. And today we're having botanical talk.
Botanical talk.
We are just talking some good stuff. Okay, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We're touching all topics. So if you want to call in and get our opinion about something, we will honestly give you our opinion. We're just going to talk topics from A to Z.
Yes, so please, if you do want to call our line, the number is 720-623-8095. That is 720-623-8095. Definitely, if you have something that you want to say, give us a call. We definitely want you to tap in. But go ahead and still tap into the comments because we will definitely read it there.
Don't be scared. If you scared, go to church. Real shit.
So what you want to talk about?
Well, first we do want to do our disclaimer.
Oh, yeah.
So Water Me Sis is a platform for women. However, we do respect the opinion of our men, of our black kings. We think highly of you. We want to get your opinion. So tap in, tell us how you feel. We want your perspective on all topics.
Yeah, sure.
So where y'all want to start?
Ooh, there's so much stuff we could talk about.
So I seen a post where it was asking, or actually that was your post, where you were asking, would you rather a man be there for your child financially or physically?
Right. That is true. Right. So, I mean, it goes for both men and women. Would you rather have a baby dad or a baby mom who is there financially, but they're not there physically? Or would you have them there physically and they're not able to support financially?
Well, you know, me speaking, not having any children.
Team no kids.
I could definitely say that I would want them there physically because, like, I just think that that's more important in a kid's life than giving them something like tangent, like, you know, like something that's going to go away, something that they're just going to, like, feel like's not going to matter. You know, like shoes. Right. Like, you know, the ultimate, oh, I'll get your kid some shoes as a baby, you know.
Our kid's father.
Get
our kid some shoes.
Yeah.
Not
like,
your kid.
Hey,
our
well,
kid.
Exactly. Well, some guys just be feeling like, well, hey, isn't that your kid? Because you doing most of the work sometimes as a mom. Like,
now, what if you're not financially able to take care of the kid, though? Like, what if you're struggling? That could be different too. Like, I mean, I would say physically too as well, because I do feel like that's what matters. You know, they're going to remember those things more than the stuff that you buy for them. Mm-hmm. However, what if you're in a situation where you're struggling? Like, you know, you can't hold it down on your own and you do need the support.
Like, I honestly just really feel like just ultimately that as a woman, let's just say in Colorado, okay, definitely, you're not going to struggle. Like, there's, like, no way that there's no program for you that you are going to struggle. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, let's just be honest. It's a struggle because you don't have that man there. You don't have that support. You don't have somebody that's helping you. Mm-hmm. But, like, you are going to have the support from the state, like, regardless, like, if it boils down to it, you do have, and you have family, you know, if you do have that. So, I mean, I feel like women will ultimately be okay. But
so
if it's, on the other hand, I don't know.
So I'm going to talk from perspective, right? Because I'm living it. I have a financial daddy, right? So I have 2 baby dads, 4 children. My previous relationship that I had with my first child, he was not there physically or financially, right? Mm-hmm. So I was looking at this nigga like, shit, if you ain't gonna give me no money, just at least be here. Mm-hmm. You know, kids don't know the struggle. They don't know how much money you have in your pocket. Just be here to create those memorable experiences for them because that's what they yearn for, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And ending an 8-year marriage, you know, like I have one of those parents who is there physically, or no, not physically, financially. And I would want them there physically, right? So I would want him there to give my kids those memorable experiences, but he's only supporting financially right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm just giving what he can give to me. You know what I mean? Like, he moved out of state. Yeah. He's like, I can fly in once a month, you know, to have a good time with the kids. But it's like, I would rather me struggle financially, but also allow, allow those experiences for my children because they would want their father there, you know? So I would say physically. That's my opinion.
What do y'all think? Comment, you know, let us know.
Yes, definitely tap in.
Call in, tell us about your experiences and being a mother. Would you rather have, or a father, right? Because there's those women who don't do their part as well. They leave their children with their father. And you have to do everything. So it's like, do you want the financial support or do you want the physical support? Because I have been in situations where I've watched women who have the man there physically. And he be there physically and they be on his head like, baby needs some diapers.
Yeah, like what?
Right. And he be like, but I'm here though.
Right.
I'm here doing everything that I can. Mm-hmm. I would respect a man that's here doing everything that he could, even if he couldn't give me $1, even if he couldn't buy a box of diapers.
But
right?
I've been in that now. I've been on that side of the spectrum or whatever. And to me, it was just kind of like, it just wasn't enough, honestly.
Right.
It just wasn't.
So it's like, are we going to complain either way, though?
Yeah.
That's how you feel?
Women, yeah.
I don't. I feel like I have 2 baby dads, 4 kids, okay? So my first one didn't support physically or financially. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at the nigga like, well, at least be here. At least spend time with your son. You know, show him that you love him. That type of thing. And he wasn't able to do that. And now I have a financial baby daddy who's like, oh, they're taken care of. Everything's cool. They ain't gonna want for nothing. But are you there physically? And I would always stand firm on physical. A child needs you in their lives, regardless of if you can buy a Enfamil or a box of diapers. You know what I mean? Just be in their lives and create those memorable experiences, for sure.
Exactly.
That's what's most important.
I think so, too.
I do want to read some comments, okay? Because I did post this on Facebook. I don't know, I don't know if you want to shout out or not, but hey, you posted on my live. Don't do it. Just read. Okay. I won't say names, but I'm going to read some comments on my post and get some feedback. So one person said physically. Another person said it's tough because I say I want physical, but then financial is needed, which is true. And I'm like, you can only pick one. And, someone said, I would rather have both because my kids really miss missing their dad. However, they don't want for nothing. He's definitely financially supportive of all of us, even though we're not together anymore. And then I was like, well, you can only pick one. And she said financial because she has 7. So that's real, you know? Yeah. She'd rather help you take care of them and her be superwoman.
Just
okay?
Go ahead and find you a
and
nice
do it all on
step
her
daddy
own.
of the year.
No. No.
If you ain't gonna be there for me,
well, that is true. And if there is someone that is willing to do that, he's doing it.
No.
Why not?
No. I don't care.
I don't.
About it, your situation.
A person needs to move on.
And with your newest baby dad, I guess you could say, being there for your son.
I don't want to put the burden on no man who is dealing with me to feel like they have to play stepdaddy. I'm still gonna be Superwoman. If they only can see their daddy once a month, that's all they can see is their daddy once a month. But you're not about to play stepdaddy. It's
but
just
a
period.
person needs to take on your children. If he's gonna take on you, he needs to take on your children too.
And I can't depend on you to stick around forever. There's never a forever. You can't ever hope on a forever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right. So I don't want nobody dealing with me to think that I'm looking for a stepdaddy, because I'm not. You know, my kids are well taken care of, and they may see their daddy once or twice a month, but that's cool. I'm not looking for a stepdaddy. So, no on that. No on that. For sure. But tell us in the comments, tap in, tell us how you feel. You know, would you rather have a baby mom or a baby dad who is there financially and can't actually be there physically? Or have someone who is there physically but can't help out financially? Like, how do you feel about that? Because I gave y'all my opinion. Physical is everything to me. Like, kids ain't gonna know how much money you have in your pockets. Mm-mm. It's all about creating memorable experiences for them. Mm-hmm. That's all they care about. So fuck the money, you know?
Yeah, because basically you can make it seem as if you are the richest people in the world, and a kid would never know. Like, you know, until you actually are that or whatever. It's what you put in your kid's head, unfortunately. Is what matters. I mean, I'm just saying, we never, as kids, experienced what our parents went through, because they never put that on us, because I don't feel like that is a kid's job to take on what you are going through. I actually saw a live, like, where a girl had her baby on there and talk about, say deadbeat. Yeah, say deadbeat. Yeah, say he a deadbeat. Yeah. Say hi deadbeat, and the baby was like, hi deadbeat. You know, like, that's messed up. You know, that baby is not probably gonna remember that experience. Who knows? You know, like, how much do you remember as a kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, when did you start to get your memorable moments? And then just think it. I know, and so just think about that. Like, what you're putting in your kids' minds at that moment. Like, it's not cool to feed them with the bull that you're going through. Like, make sure that they don't suffer, and then just kind of take that in. I think that that's like a part of being a parent. Don't y'all think?
I'm going to read some more comments because these are good. Someone else says, financially, I love them enough. So she's saying she'll give them the physical love.
Like, they ain't going to miss.
Right. They ain't going to miss a beat. Okay? Right. As long as you can support financially and allow me to make those experiences for my kids, then I'm good. Someone else said, me, I'll take both. As long as my child has a bond and that priceless face, it's all good. Mommy and daddy, maybe. And I said, as long as you can only pick one, because I was giving people the option. It's one or the other. You can't say both, because, of course, everyone will want both. And that same person said physical. I would want you to be there physically. Another person said present in their lives, hands down. I was in the situation. Another person said, team no kids. Right. I don't want them problems.
I'm just saying,
I'm just not having no kids.
I just got to hear it.
Right. Another person said, unfortunately, financial help from the other parent affects the personal relationship as well. It's the custodial parent that needs the help for the kids. It causes stress in the house for the caregiver, which affects the kids. I honestly wouldn't take either if I couldn't have both. I guess in my own situation, he didn't do either. And my kids were both without him when they were younger. And he didn't support financially. So, yeah. Someone else said, I'm not a parent, so they don't have children. But as a child of a divorced parent, physical presence is better than financial. Money comes and money goes. But to have an absent parent is emotionally damaging, and that shit can sometimes never be repaired. And I agree. I agree.
There's some comments, like, on the
live. Yeah, read it.
Ben Culture says, I'm here for it. He missed us. We missed you too, Ben.
Yeah, yes, we did.
He said, just be there for your children, period. Yeah. If I have to pick one, physical. I can never be a mother. He says, I can be the greatest go-getting parent ever, but still that will never replace the need and want for their mother. Coming up in a single-parent household, I would have given any and everything to have my father there, rich or poor.
Right, rich or poor. They don't care about how much money you got in your pockets. Just be there physically.
He said, regardless, my mama was a superwoman, for real. I still never know what it's like to have had an actual father, period.
Okay. Yeah. A lot of people have some good comments. Someone else said physically, never needed them for anything but to actually take the time to be present. And I agree. Just be there. Someone else said, as someone who grew up with an absent parent, both financially and physically, I'd say while both are needed, it's something about not having a parent around that hits different. If you think about it, the parents could be together in love and be struggling financially. A child will remember the struggle, of course, but it's not as emotionally damaging to the child who literally can't understand where mommy or daddy is and why they don't want to come around. That's true. Someone else said, I know it's like to have a paycheck dad, and it sucks. I would have rather him be there for me. So, yeah, I mean, it's a consensus. Like, everybody really wants a parent to be there physically, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, no one can say that they just want financial help, except for the mother of 7. I get it.
Right.
Shit.
7 kids.
I get it. 7 kids, I'm going to need you to buy a Pampers, something, you know? But as far as being there physically, nothing beats it. So, I guess that's the consensus, is be there physically.
I mean, but even with 1 or 2, I mean, if you really think about it, the financial is great.
It is.
So,
Yeah.
Financial is great, but like I said, like, kids don't know how much money you have in your pocket. They're gonna remember you pushing them on the swing at the playground.
He would be like, I'll take the financial.
right. And why you trying to act like, look, why you trying to act, you know you got a kid that'll be like, I'll take financial for $200, please. I'll take the trips and the
It's harder on me. It's harder on me to do it alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather have somebody who can take weekends.
Right.
You know? Some shit.
Okay, so here's another question that I've seen. Can you support your partner grieving the loss of their ex?
Can I answer
can.
honestly?
I can. That's my honest answer.
What?
I can. I mean, the bitch is dead. So
Dang!
I know that's tough.
I
But
know.
I'll be there.
I did.
I'll light candles.
Oh God.
I'll buy flowers. Shit. Like, whatever she put you through, it's
So
okay.
I was talking to a friend about this, and she my answer is I definitely could, because I was in that situation, but vice versa. Like, I was the one who lost someone, you know, and I needed him to be supportive of me grieving, you know, at that time. So that's why I say that I could, because I've been there, and I would want the same respect. But I was talking to a friend, and she was just like, well, like, what if it was she named a specific girl, okay? And I'm like, oh. Just imagine, like, you know, you coming home with the niggas punching the air, like, you know, like, upset over this bitch. And I'm like, I couldn't do it, but I feel like it's different because, like, we actually had beef.
Right.
Now, if you get into the relationship and it's like literally an ex, you don't know, you never met him, nothing, and they pass away, I feel like that's different.
Yes.
But if y'all got history and she died,
I mean, I get that, but I ain't about to be like, you know, like, oh, well, this nigga's punching in the air, like, I'm not,
If she lose her job and she's struggling and you
Like, you
grieving,
wanna die with
like,
him?
right,
You wanna
like,
die
no.
with her?
no, oh, that's
Come back,
so rude.
Like, let her go through that on her own. But someone who passes away, someone who you can miss physically, you know, then I'm okay with that. I'll help you grieve. We buying flowers. We lighting candles.
I just feel like, well, for me, when it happened to me, like, yes, I did, cry, but I just didn't prolong it. Like, what if it's like they never get over it, and they are comparing you to that person.
Yeah, don't
now
compare.
that
Like, oh, we going to ice
compare.
cream. JJ used to take me there.
yeah. I mean, and I get it, but it's like, okay, I would definitely be there as much as I can, but then I would explain to them, like, this is hard for me because you are now, like, taking away from me because, like, not that you won't let it go, because some people never let things go. And that's just going to be real with you.
True.
That's real. And then really, honestly, I feel like we don't let things go. We just try to forget about it and just put it aside anyway. Some people actually deal with it like that.
Real quick, if you have an experience or a story that you want to tell us about, please call in 720-623-8095. Call us in, tell us about an experience. Our network, we're about to go to a quick break. Give us just a moment and we'll be right back on our network. Okay? We'll be back.
Definitely affected by the gun violence. Lost hella people, lost hella cousins, all that.
But I feel like if we just talk a little bit more about situations, they'll probably be dead and faster than the beef even started. You know what I'm saying? Like, communication is key. Everybody just talk it out. You don't need to have no guns or nothing. It's okay. I feel like we can all come together as one, as long as we just put the petty aside,
Welcome back. So right before the break, like, we want some callers. We want some real life experiences here. Tell your story. You can be anonymous. Call in 720-623-8095.
Yes.
So right now we're talking about if you could actually help your ex grieve from a deceased ex. Oh no, your current man.
Yeah, your current man.
Your current man, somebody or a woman who you're in a relationship, if you can actually help them grieve the loss of an ex. Could you?
We have some comments from Robbie from Game Point. Shout out to him.
Hey, our network
Shout-
family.
yes,
For sure.
He says, you got to understand our pain. He says, no, not at all. We will never let it go, but we move on. So what do you mean by that? Help us understand your pain. Can you explain?
Yeah, understanding your pain.
Yes.
Because, like, truly, if you really think about it, nobody can really understand what you're going through unless they've experienced the same thing.
Right.
So if I have not experienced the loss of someone that I used to love, then it's, like, hard for me to understand. But all I could do is try to be there the best that I can.
Right.
That's the hardest part, is like really being with someone who don't know how to like support you when you're being, because there are some people like that don't know how to, like, when you crying,
like,
emotional, like they don't really know.
I could
like,
deal
what
with
to
that,
do,
but the loss of someone, like, I do struggle with that. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, when it's the loss of someone, like, I will say that I'm there, but, like, I have a disconnection there because, like, I seriously, this is my story, okay? When I lost my brother, my phone was off at the time. Mm-hmm. So I learned through everybody else except for my physical family that my brother died. So it was, like, hard for me at that point. Plus, the person that I was with, this is why I have problems. Because the person that I was with wasn't able to help me grieve. So he was like, he basically told me, like, don't cry. And that was
How
like...
can you tell me not to cry? Like,
exactly. He was just like, don't cry. But I honestly feel as if he wasn't there mentally anyway to help me. But it did mess me up. So, like, when somebody does have, like, a problem with, like, loss, like, it's hard for me to help because I never dealt with my loss properly because when I was in the situation, like, he wasn't able to help me. And that was my first loss.
First of all, it's really fucked up that you had to find out that your brother passed away through social media. So let's talk about that.
It wasn't actually social media, actually. Okay, it was,
I thought that's what you told me.
No, it was through text messages. My phone was off. And you know how you can receive, it was a cricket. So you know how you can still receive the text messages and stuff, but you couldn't receive phone calls. So I was getting text messages. I woke up to sorry for your loss. So it was just like, oh dang, like that's how but that's true. That's true. Disrespected people on Facebook.
And, you know, if family hasn't been notified and all of that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's just
that's true. And I mean, they didn't know that my phone wasn't off. You know what I mean? And my family and my immediate family just couldn't get a hold of me. I don't know. Maybe they didn't think about, like, texting me, but I mean, I just woke up.
You see the person make a response about that. Mm-hmm. You see a person that actually, like, reaches out and they know
their family,
because that's very rude to message them. Like, how do they? You know, how do they know that you know? That's rude. Like,
so from being in that experience. I could say the only relatable experience was this last relationship that I was in, where we were actually courting a woman who was going through a lot of losses herself. Mm-hmm. And I was just honest with her. I was like, I'm not good when it comes to losing people. I don't know the right thing to say. Right. I don't know how to be like, oh, I understand, because I don't understand. Mm-hmm. Like, I can only be supportive of what you're going through at the moment. So I'm here. You know, if you want to vent, you can talk to me, all that type of stuff. But I'm not going to act like I know what you're going through, because I don't. Right. But if I was in a relationship with a male or female and they were grieving the loss of an ex, I would be supportive. Like, why wouldn't you be?
Right.
Especially if this person
Right,
isn't causing you any issues, like they're right.
It's not,
I'm buying flowers.
Yeah.
We can buy a bottle and pour it out on a grave, like whatever you want to do. I'll be there for you to do that, so you can get closure.
Bang says everyone grieves in their own way, but at the end of the day, life goes on. I'll be there to help you through it, but not to the extent to where I'm going to be your permanent crutch.
Right. Don't want to be nobody's permanent crutch.
Right.
For sure. Because if I'm not giving you what you need at the moment, please move on. Please do.
Yes, we got a comment here on YouTube as well. Mr. DG says, if you and your ex have a great understanding after a breakup, it shouldn't be hard to help them grieve, rather it be a different lover or family member.
Right.
And then also Johnny Doe just said to not have a hard to, I think he said a hard, but I think he meant to say a heart to help someone grieve is pretty much a heartless individual. Come on now, a life has expired.
Right.
Now that's true. Like, you can't
if
be
someone
like,
dies, I can go through that with you. We can cry. I'll supply the tissues.
But what if it is someone you have history with?
now that's true, because I've had a baby mama. Now I can't even lie to you. I've had a baby mom that was just so mean to me, like put me and like my family through some stuff. But so I get that. Like being like, oh well, shoot, like,
bye.
but you shouldn't.
Mama, though, that's significant. I feel like that's different.
Someone else's baby mom. Oh, this
She
is
was
just somebody
an
on a.
ex-girlfriend who
Oh.
just, couldn't stand to see him with someone else, and it was like drama, words exchange, stuff like that. So it's like, I mean, still, it's like, if someone was to die, like, of course you have to be sympathetic, regardless.
Yes, you should
like,
be.
Come on now.
Yes.
But I just feel like it would be a different process. Like, seeing
At first, I mean, come on, yes, at first, and let's just be real, because your first experience, I mean, your first like thought would probably be like, oh well, and then
I'd be there like, oh, I'm sorry.
What? But in your mind, what? Because you just said,
like, why do you feel like you should be offended by it because she's gone?
yeah, you should not be offended.
No, whatever she caused you
It's done
previous
with.
to, it's done with.
Yeah,
So
you
help
don't
them
have to
grieve
deal with that.
and move forward.
I agree.
That's why I was watching a video not too long ago on being possessive. I shared it. So if you're my friend on Facebook, go back and watch this young lady talk about how people are so possessive that they feel like they can't allow their loved one to actually be attracted to someone else or have feelings about someone else. It's prevalent. It's gonna be there.
Right, like,
You don't own nobody. You don't own nobody. Stop being possessive.
No,
Stop acting like you're in a relationship with this person and now you own them. That's not fact.
Right.
If they're there, it's because they want to be there.
True.
If they want to be kept, it's because they want to be there. If you provide that peace for them, it's because they want to be there. Stop acting like you own anybody. So if they're grieving the loss of someone that they've spent time with, that they've loved on, that they've shared those memorable moments with, allow them to have that process. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Bang says, everyone grieves in their own way, but at the end of the day, life goes on. I'll be here to help you through it, but... Oh, I'm sorry. I did read that comment already. He says, there are so many factors that play into that, though. There's not really a right answer for that. Some people are more so accepting and numb to death. Sad to say, it's not just because they're inhumane. It's just because they learn to process it differently.
Now that's
true.
is another. That's another thing,
That
because
is true.
I feel as if like cultures, they like remember the dead. Like, they do, like, things for the dead that... Yeah, I saw something on Facebook. I saw something on Facebook where they, like, dress them. They take them out of the grave. Yes.
And put them in the shit they loved when they were alive, like the cigarettes.
They put everything in front of them, and
they be standing up, just
What's that? What's that movie? What's that Disney movie?
Coco. Yeah.
Coco. Yes. So I actually took time to actually watch the movie, learn where, you know, the whole spirituality and all that comes from. And it's like, all you want is someone to remember you, right? Put me on your ofrenda, right? Remember me.
Because a lot of times, like, when someone dies, it'd be like, you see all the flood of all this stuff and all this love, and it only be the real people who were really there for that person that they never, really just stop. It's like, you see it all, and then after that, it's like, they're just not, like, they never existed.
They never existed, yeah. Like, and then there are the ones that remember them and actually, doing stuff for, let's talk about that, doing stuff for your ancestors, because we met a lady at Agave Shore, yes, definitely. It was the vibe was definitely great. K-Town was up there doing his thing, and this lady like went by our table, and she was just talking about how the ancestors, like doing stuff for your ancestors and stuff. And she was like, how can you not like pour for the ancestors that used to drink? And how can you smoke all of that weed and like not smoke for your ancestors?
I know my ancestors was smoking and drinking.
I mean, they had to have been smoking for sure, because I'm a choo-choo train, okay? So, but then now that I talked to her, I never really thought about it before, because I don't know, I just be kind of like nervous about tapping into it because of my own spirituality, so like, as far as like a person.
May not want to open
as far as me as a person, like tapping into that,
like so
exactly.
I literally wanted to. What do they say? What's the right word for a homage? Or something pay homage to my ancestors, right? So I wanted to get into that. I wanted to get in touch, right? And so the first person that I reached out to, that I was like, how do I do this properly? And when they was like, well, you got to be careful, because you don't want to call nothing that ain't been called, because some shit will come to you that you don't want.
Right, no, not Bob. I'm talking about my grandpa Bob.
Like grandpa?
Like, no. I'm talking about my actual grandpa. Like, not you.
They said you have to be specific in what you call that for, on what you reach out for, because there may be people who want to use you as tunnels to reach to other people, and you'd be like, no, nigga, I didn't call for you. I'm calling for my ancestors, and that alone scared the fuck out of me. So I was like, I'm not doing it.
Love and joy.
I'm not calling none of my ancestors back. I'm not gonna get somebody else's ancestors. I don't want that shit.
But I'm not gonna lie, like, there's just like certain things that happens, like, to me. Like, okay, I know that, come on, the Saints is gonna say you shouldn't be drinking and smoking, but we like to do it.
I drink and I smoke.
Look, but when, like, I sip something and it feels like I have a hole in my lip, I just feel like, okay, somebody did want that. That's how I be feeling. What? That's how I feel. I don't know. Call it crazy, but I'm like, okay, somebody wanted that. I don't be pouring out, like, some people actually, like, pour out for the homies, pour out for people, and I don't know, I take it in that sense. Like, I don't pour out, but if it slipped,
but it comes out my lip.
Before this live started, I was show like, dang, do I have a hole in my lip today? Like, I really was like.
If you dribble, it was for your ancestors.
That's how I be feeling. Like, when I smoke a blunt and I throw the little piece and it's still smoking, I'm like, I feel like that was for my ancestors. That's how I feel. But then when I talked to the lady, I was kind of like, okay, well, maybe I can, because I smoke a lot of weed. At least I can be like, at first I was like, wait, what ancestor would actually smoke? Because I don't really think that I would know something like that. But then I would think like, okay, my brother, he would smoke sometimes. And then like, Grandpa Grace, come on. Where you Come on, like, I'm like, it's gotta be him. So I'm like, okay, so every time I smoke now, I just be like, okay, for the ancestor, you know?
Okay.
I need to more.
That's
I gotta
dope.
do my own research.
But I'm not trying to be like spooked either, because honestly, I was at somebody's house. No, like for real. I was at somebody's house, and the little girl, because I really do feel like we was talking about that video that we also saw on Facebook about the little girl that like can see. Yeah.
She said that she saw
Her brother.
Yes, that she was like talking to her brother and stuff.
The mom asked the little girl, she was like, oh, like, do you have a support system? And the little girl was like, no. And she was like, like, really, you don't got no support system? She was like, well, I do. It's a ghost. And then she was like trying to explain what the ghost was and stuff like that. And I guess she didn't know that her mom had miscarried a kid. And it was just some crazy shit. Because then when she told the little girl to go out the room, you did see something kind of like go across, like it followed the little girl out the room. I don't know. It was just some crazy.
Well, I didn't even try to watch the whole video because I did see it. I did see it a little. But like, no.
You be doing tarot readings.
Oh, okay. Well, listen at this. Like, this is some real for real. Like, I had to leave because I was just like, I really do feel like this happens. That's why I don't be wanting to tap into certain things. But listen,
I don't know.
But listen
I don't
to
want
this.
No shit I didn't call for.
Okay, well, listen to this. Like, we're just sitting there, and she's like, somebody's calling my name. Like, I can hear somebody calling my name. She's like, Mom? And then, so I'm just listening because I'm just in the other room, you know, like listening to her. And she's like, Mom? But I know her mom was not there. But she was like, I feel like somebody is calling. She was like, somebody's calling me. And to me, I just instantly thought of who was gone, okay? And I was just like, I'm about to go. It's time for me. That's all I can say. It's time for me to go, because I don't even want to really think about this, because I really honestly think that maybe if my mom told it, I might have felt that when I was little too, because my mom would tell me all the time, like, there was just like certain little things that she just could not bring around. There was this doll.
Patch.
It wasn't the cat.
Yes, it was. She said it was a Cabbage Patch doll.
Whatever.
That somebody gifted us. I specifically remember.
Okay. So somebody gifted us a doll, y'all. And like she said that while it was around, I just wouldn't, I was just like, I wouldn't feel right about it. Yeah. And she was just like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of this thing. You know, like, period. So, I mean, I really honestly...
her little intuitive form.
She is intuitive.
Yes.
She's a Cancer. She's very observant.
Oh my God.
It's kind of annoying to me.
It is annoying in a minute, but
she be saying
I'm the
shit
opposite.
I'm like, oh
so
my
when we
God.
go places, she's my balance. Because I be like, my head be all in the sky.
She be
I
like,
oh, hey, and she be watching everything. She watches
I could tell you everything that's going on, because I'm a seer. You pick a booger, I saw you.
Her being right, you know, because I'd be like so short. Like, no, girl. No, he did not.
Like,
that nigga was not listening to me. I was like, yes, he does. That nigga, I have a tooth on the side.
That side tooth was missing.
Shut up. Y'all,
it really was.
Yo.
So that's what I was saying. I'll be pissed off.
She be right. She's so intuitive. Like, she'll be back there observing everything. She's a Cancer. They like to watch. They'll
so
sit
I
back
believe
and watch.
that as far as your story. Like, you be like,
Yeah, something's going on. I'm like, and I'm gone. Okay, because I don't want to. No,
right.
I don't feel good. I'm like, she can hear whoever it is.
Are there any
and I'm
comments
okay.
we're missing?
yes.
Oh.
So, Bing says, I myself and friends around me have seen death at a very young age. That's very tragic, but a common thing. But when it happens around you frequently, you get to a point where you just become used to it.
That's true.
And honestly, I think that people who actually tap into their ancestors and things like that will say that we are scary. And,
I'll be scary.
I just need to do my own research for
me
myself.
Too. No,
I think I'll still be scary.
You do be running to a lot of people when we're out, and they're like, oh, and they just be saying some shit. We be looking like
they always talk
the
to us
fuck
about
did you
reaching
know
out to our
that?
ancestors
Yeah.
and like they always
crazy
try to
shit.
tell us about ourselves, like give us these readings and these callings, and I just be like, I don't think I'm ready to hear this shit.
I mean, that's because, honestly, we've experienced stuff like, I'm just saying, I have experienced stuff as a kid. And, like, that is a whole nother, like subject.
You've seen a ghost?
I
feel
have
like I
not.
have.
I'm not.
I feel
I don't
like I
know.
have.
I don't know about
So,
seeing it, but I
okay.
can feel it.
Let's bring it out, okay? I
Yeah,
believe,
maybe this should be Halloween.
Oh, my God.
Halloween special, okay? So I feel like I have had visitations by other experiences, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when they come to you, they come in forms of people you know, right? When you wake up and you know the sleep paralysis where you can't move.
I've definitely done that.
You can't
Now
move.
I haven't gone through that in a while, and I don't want to experience that. I ain't trying to.
You wake up and you feel like
Before
everything
your
in the
body,
room-
before your body.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything in the room is exactly how
There's
you
been
left
times
it.
I feel like where I could see myself sleeping.
Yes. But
Yeah.
they come in forms of people that you may know. So I've woken up, right? Or so since woken up, I feel like I'm in another dimension where I can actually feel and sense everything that's there, but it's not
here.
Right.
No.
Right. So they come in forms of people that I may know, like my sister.
Yeah.
Like they'll come
I've
to me like my
experienced that
sister,
too.
like, nigga, is you okay? What's
Yes.
And I'd be like, all the lights off was when I turned all the lights off when I went to sleep. There's no way my sister is at my door talking to me right now. You know what I mean? So I kind of have to psych myself out of it. It's weird.
Right.
But
I have
they
to
do
be.
come in
I have to
forms
say
of-
help. I have to be like, wake up. I be like, wake up, help. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know what I've been taught, so I call on the name of Jesus. So don't even play. So I'll be like, in the name of Jesus. I'll be like, in the name of Jesus. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I'm not even playing. Like, wake up. I don't know what
What's the word you were saying?
What do you mean?
So bow tie.
Ooh, stumble one time.
Like real shit. Like I've felt things crawl up me. And I know it sounds crazy.
Like the covers move,
Yes.
like everything.
I felt
Like
things
I've
crawl up me and be on my
tuggled.
chest.
I've like struggled with my like covers, like knowing like give me
my shit
yeah,
back.
like
that type of shit.
Yeah.
I do believe there's other
Yes.
realms
Yes.
that we don't experience.
And that's about it.
I just don't want to be scared.
But see,
I
other
wanna get
people,
rid of the fear.
that could be your ancestors. You know, that's people who are not. Well, people who
I don't
are
feel
not
like our
afraid
ancestors
of
would
it.
scare us. I feel like they
But
would come
we
to us
are probably
gently.
scared, like, cause honestly, I'm trying to. Okay, I know this is like.
Get on this time.
I don't even know.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
I don't even know, cause we was talking about grieving of an ex.
Now we talking about
I
the ex
think
coming back to visit us. They're coming to visit.
no, for real. Like some people do feel as if they go on and they don't remember us. But I'm telling you, I can't see them, but I be feeling the presence.
Yeah.
I
had the guts one time to be like, who are you?
Oh,
like,
no.
expose yourself.
No, you didn't,
Show
girl.
me who you are.
I'm not trying to ask.
I do. I want to know because I can feel them there. I'm telling you, I have been in the bed, I've laid down, and I have felt some shit crawl up me. Okay?
Yeah.
Start at my feet and crawl up to my chest, like just sitting on me. And I'd be like, and I can't move. I'd be like, who the fuck are you? Like, what do you want from me? Those type of things. I don't know.
Oh well, I don't never say what the fuck. I don't say what the fuck you want.
Them, like,
oh,
what
but
do you
look.
the fuck
Charged
do you
Up
want?
Film said, "Don't call on any spirits that you don't want to answer."
Right.
Okay, because I know I'm not trying to call on nothing.
I am.
Look, like
am
so if a
scared.
cup, if we was on this live and the cup fell off, I'll be out. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be like, okay, and the live is over. And bye.
I know. Maybe we should change the subject. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. We got way off the subject.
Okay,
We did.
Yeah, I gotta be crying.
Wait, but Johnny Doe says sounds like someone needs to sage the crib. No, I mean no. Exactly, because it's not happening now or anything like that. We're talking about experiences that happened before. Like this is just actually happened to us to where we know that this is like there is another realm, like, and that there are people. I feel like the ancestors are really out there. Like, first of all, we're at Agave Shore, and like the ancestors are obviously trying to reach out to us. Okay, because first of all, the girl sat down at came by the table and was talking about ancestors. She didn't say specifically to me, but she was talking about other people, which like just opened up my mind about the ancestors. Then she sat down with some girl and she was talking to her about the ancestors. So it just like made sense that like some ancestor is trying to get us to tap into something. But like we're just, I don't know, like we nervous
scared
about
it. We done been spooked from growing up Pentecostal. They be like, don't fuck with that shit. Right.
We go right. That's why we've been like, have we been hypnotized? Like, what you mean? Scared? Go to church, so we go to church, and then we still have a problem. So what's the problem?
I even heard like I know y'all have had sex dreams. Okay, don't act like
a lot of great ones.
And it feels so real.
Like you had an orgasm when you woke up. Yeah.
Like you know how niggas wake up like with a stiff like one leg. I'm pretty sure.
Like I've orgasmed in my sleep. I've orgasmed in my sleep. Right. So
you just wake up with a tingle.
They say there's entities there that are actually having sex with you. Yes.
No, so I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not. No.
You are not about to ruin my little.
You got it.
And trying to tell me I've been fucking a demon. It ain't gonna happen. Like no, don't ruin that for me. No, just let me wake up.
Right, like okay.
Now be worried, like
yes. There's something from another realm that is fucking the shit out of you.
Oh my gosh, Mr. DG said, I hope y'all ain't waking up with a stiff one. Look, quick, like,
whatever demon it was, it took care of it.
That, you know, like, so I'm not saying a stiff one, but like, we in our
come
own
on,
form,
like, in our own form, like, yes, like, just like, ooh.
Has anybody experienced anything like this and want to share? You can be anonymous. You don't have to say your name. Call in 720-623-8095. Let us know if you had any of these experiences. Because we Church of God in Christ.
Oh, gosh. Tell the denomination. No, I'm not anymore. I'm not a part of the church. I'm not. Yeah, I guess she still is.
We grew up Pentecostal, so like we've had the spiritual warfare type stuff.
Yeah, definitely done with that.
Somebody fucked me in my sleep.
Now, I don't know about that, but I know that I've had some great dreams. Some wonderful
dreams,
ones.
Whatever.
Some wonderful ones. And I've had some dreams to where, have you ever had a dream to where you like actually felt, like you felt something?
It feels real.
Like, no, if you actually got hurt. Because like one time I felt like I was like trying to cross the street and a car like almost hit me. But then when I like sat down and looked at my leg, it was just like something that was missing. And then I felt like I could feel it. I felt like it was hurting, like my leg was like actually like hurting.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
like, I don't know.
Comments, y'all.
Yes.
So Meg says, I think that I don't know what this word is, babe. You do this to me every time. Remnants? What is it?
Yeah, I think that remnants of our ancestors live within our genetic makeup. We tap in with those who came before us by our existence now. I feel we subconsciously take on mental and spiritual trials. I agree. I saw a perspective of what this guy told this young dude. He was talking about how this is hell. Like, life on earth is hell. You're supposed to learn these experiences and be able to move past that. And once you do, when you move on to your new realm, because we already know, what's his name? What's the smart guy? Albert Einstein. Energy is not destroyed. It always lives on, right? So there's energy inside of us. It's never destroyed. So when we die and we lose our body, you know, like our spirit lives on, like our energy goes on and ascends or takes some other form. And they're saying that you have lessons to learn here on earth. And if you don't learn those lessons, you stay in that realm until you do.
I kind of believe that because there's this cat that comes around the house and I'll be like, I swear that animals and things take on the spirits of people. I don't know. I feel it. I feel as if
right. So everybody tap into the comments. Let us know how you feel.
Wait, there's a couple more.
Okay.
So, Big says if the cup fell, he was talking about the cup. He said if the cup fell, it's the ventilation system. He says turn the air down.
With all of this liquid in here.
And then he says wet dreams are natural. Repressed desires and fantasy trigger the body to act involuntarily. Embrace it and enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
Oh, I think we need a little shift change.
Well, obviously. Okay, so sorry, y'all. We are going to take another break here on our network. We'll be right back in a quick second. Check out our other shows that we have to offer on our network, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Water Me Sis Live. Thank you so much for the break and looking at the other people that come on our network. You got to check them out during the week.
Check out the other shows.
Yes, definitely. But we were talking about some
craziness
going like off the wall.
I kind of want to shift change a little bit. So, do you guys think that women have unrealistic thoughts of what men are supposed to do?
Okay. So if you would have her tell it.
No more. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
My guys pump gas.
Oh, must be nice.
Honestly,
like,
my
you
dad
did not
pumped
pump
gas
gas
till
no
I
more.
was 21. Like, real shit. Like, my dad, I'd pull up. I'd tell my dad I needed gas. I would pull up to the gas station.
I'm talking about niggas,
Right.
not your daddy.
I'm saying, but he set the precedent, okay? So that's what my
So all
husband
the
did.
niggas
Yes,
that you
my
do, they
husband
all
pumped
pump
gas.
gas.
I'm not
My
getting out
dad,
to
we got
pump
the
gas
same
unless I
dad,
have to.
and he didn't pump my gas till I was 21. I pumped my own gas.
Really?
Sure did, honey. So I don't know what you was on. She was on a princess.
Hey, that's
For real.
Right.
No, I was just no.
Or you just didn't require it. You
Exactly.
required
Exactly. She was like, she called him for like a whole bunch. And then I was just a little bit more independent. I was like, I'm gonna figure it out. Like, I still call my dad. Now don't get me wrong, because I definitely call my dad for a tire, and a nigga was like, don't do that, you know, like, why would
You can.
why would you
Yes,
do
I
that?
feel
And
niggas
like,
should
I'm
still
here,
pump gas.
you know?
If I pull up in the car, especially if you're on the passenger side and I need gas and you don't get out to pump,
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. And you on the
But to me, I'm not
passenger
gonna say
side?
nothing.
Like,
I'm just
oh.
noted.
Noted. Yes.
Like, honestly,
I'm not gonna make it a big deal. Like, oh, nigga, no. You about to pump this gas. Like, it's just like, obviously, you wasn't willing to do it. If that wasn't in your mind, I'm not about to make
You
a big
open
deal out of
doors, you
it.
pump gas.
Do it. It's just like, okay, this nigga don't pump gas. Noted. Like,
What?
great to know. Like, he don't do that.
I guess I was spoiled. I was spoiled my entire life.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I agree. And I was spoiled too. And so that's why I'm not even going to lie to you. I've been having like some dating issues because they think that I'm just way too spoiled. And I'm like, well,
that is
No, but I would feel disrespected as a man if you called your daddy to change your tire. For
Yes,
your car.
that is my experience. So
So you
I always
cannot do
told
that.
this story of that's how I know my husband was supposed to be my husband, supposedly, was because I was in a relationship with him and I came out. I lived with my sister at the time. I came out the house and 2 of my tires was flat. We ain't gonna say how or why, right? 2 of my tires was flat. And the first thing I did was call my dad. And my ex-husband was like, nigga, like, did you just call your dad in front of me? Like, I'm your man. I'm supposed to take care of that. Like, how dare you call your dad to fix a situation like that? Like, I could buy you 2 new tires, you know? And so that's why I was like, oh, okay, like, this nigga actually cares about my well-being.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm good, if I ate, if I'm
Right, so wasn't
okay.
you like great, but if he didn't do that, you would just kind of be in the back of your mind like,
I do. I mean, it's
see
kind
how
of set the
he handled
standard.
that situation.
My dad
Like,
pumped my
whatever.
gas. My ex-husband pumped my gas. So a nigga that I'm with, if I pull up to a gas
And he
station,
doesn't, you're gonna stress the issue.
I'm going to
Press
tell
the
him,
issue.
like, you pumping? Or what?
right,
I
like
can pump my
taking
own
out the
gas.
gas or taking
can
out the
pump my own
trash. You taking out
gas.
the trash? Because I don't take out trash.
Right.
You know, like just
I pay
certain
you pump
stuff.
or stuff like that.
You changing the tire because even though I know how, like you're here, so you should be changing
Well,
the
like,
tire.
someone you're dealing with consistently.
No,
that's
no, no,
great,
no,
but
no.
what if it's someone you just met, right?
No, there's
And you're
people
trying to
that you're
figure them
dealing with
out.
that may
No,
not
that's
be
true.
into that type
I'm just
of
saying,
stuff.
no, but like imagine like you just met a nigga, so you trying to learn like, okay, let me see what this nigga's about, what he does, what he don't do, and he don't. Like that wasn't on his mind. Let me pump.
I
his gas,
say
right?
something. I actually do say something. I'd be like, "Oh, dang! Like, so you don't like pump gas or like, you know what I mean? Like, and sometimes, girl, it don't work out because they be like, no, like, oh, so you'll ride on the passenger side of your girl's ride, but you won't
they
pump no
say
gas.
That women want
Okay.
these traditional men, and we're not traditional women.
Traditional. What's traditional?
Exactly,
What
but
is
it's still
traditional?
true. It's still true because I know that I have a.
pumping gas, like shit like
Yeah,
that, you
opening
know.
up the
Opening
doors.
doors.
If you're walking on the street,
I'll
like
stand
he's
there.
on the
That's like
outside,
Right.
like
No, you be on the inside.
Yeah.
yeah,
You be on the
exactly,
inside.
exactly.
But
He's on the
us
outside,
women,
you on
we
the
also
inside.
know shit now.
Like what?
Girl,
What's the new shit?
Women, I feel like they're evolving. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's just been a lot of fuck niggas in the world to where
Yes.
it's like, we're not trying to just continue to, cry baby about that old shit. It's just like, okay, since this is what y'all doing.
I'll
like,
cry baby.
Transformer.
Yeah. I can deal with that. Yeah.
Like that type shit. So it's just like, how can you require a traditional man if you're not willing to be a traditional man?
But
What's a
are we
traditional
just
woman?
not allowing or like accepting traditional men? Because I'm pretty
Not
sure,
accepting
like,
them.
wait, because I'm pretty sure, ladies, if there's any ladies that are married and you feel like you have a traditional man that actually, like, you actually said, I want this in a man, and he actually came, please tap in and let us know. Because if you look at previous shows, my sister will let you know that she thinks that I have a fantasy built up in my mind about what I have about a man and about what I want.
And I'll be like, good luck.
She says good luck, and I say,
Good luck.
I'm manifesting that shit,
Wait,
okay? And
it's
it's
not
about to be mine.
It's not realistic.
And I deserve that shit.
It's not
and
realistic.
so it's mine. She
Okay.
says it's not realistic, but I say it is.
It's not.
Because I deserve it, and that's what I'm gonna get.
You do deserve it, but
and then I'm like, man, I can't wait until it happens.
Stuff that we say, like, we'll say, like, oh, like, you'd be like, yeah, like, niggas do that for me, and we're like, really?
Right,
Like, great, good for you, and that's unrealistic to us.
Right.
How do you say that's unrealistic for her?
Right. Because a man is willing to do exactly what I have thought all of these years.
What you want them to do, right?
no.
I mean,
No. Men don't do what I want them to do.
What your standard is.
Yeah, like if you be like, oh, this is what I require, pump your gas. So you gonna get pump your gas when they come around. Because you require that.
I'll tell
What you've experienced.
Okay, so if I pull up to a gas pump and there's that awkward moment of where you don't get out to pump the gas, I'm the type of bitch that'll say something. Like, oh, I'm paying. You pumping?
Well, I wouldn't even say it like that. I would just be like, can you like, you think you can go and pay and pump?
Paying.
You know, I would actually say it like that. Exactly. And then me, I would be like, I would say something, but I would say it.
I'm not building
a different way.
I'm not doing no build a bear, build a nigga shit no more. Like,
girl, me too. I'm done with that. I'm like, build me. Can you build me? I don't need building. Okay, but I need a lifting upper. Okay, lift me up or something. Like, dang.
Right.
Can I get a lift? Can I get a water? Can you water me? I know this is water me, sis. Can I get a water me, nigga?
Water me, nigga.
Like, nigga, can you water me?
Oh my goodness.
What else we got?
I like traditional shit. I like when niggas pay for food. Trust me.
But
yes, I will offer a meal. Like, I don't mind. I can go Dutch. If a nigga take me
But that's
anywhere,
not traditional. That's not traditional.
Okay. This is what I'm saying. So my dad taught me, if you go out on a date with a nigga, do not agree unless you could pay for your portion. Right?
Yes, he did.
So if you go somewhere and you order some food, be prepared to pay for whatever you order.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if a nigga can't handle the tab, you can go 50-50. You can take care of your tab and be out. And you know you good.
Yes.
You know, but I will not pay for a nigga's meal unless I'm in a relationship with you and that's something that I want to do. Where I'm like, hey babe, I got this. But I'm going to expect you to make that first effort and show me that you can cover that.
And guess what? It's looked at so bad. It really is. Even though our dad taught us that we not taking care of no dudes.
And I don't listen to my daddy all the time.
It's really looked at bad because, like, I've been in so many situations to where I'm just like, I feel as if you are the man and you should be able to take care of that shit. But then he's mad at me because he feels like I wasn't there for him in that moment.
Well, let's go to this topic.
Like, what?
Let's go to this topic. Because I saw something on Facebook that was like, what can you offer a man besides pussy?
Oh, a whole lot.
Because
Should
they
we
can
do a
pay for a
commercial?
maid. They can pay to
like-
get food brought to them. They can
Yes.
pay to have their house cleaned. They can pay for entertainment.
True.
So
They can pay
what
for
can
sex.
you offer a man? Ladies, tell us, chime in. What do you offer a man outside of giving him pussy? Or what he can actually pay for? He can pay for services. Because we've been taught you can be a good woman. You can cook. You can clean. You can take care of kids. You can do all that shit. Right? But that's not nothing that a man can't pay for. So what do you offer outside of pussy?
Let me read these.
Yes, please,
Yes,
please,
read 'em,
please,
read 'em, read 'em.
please.
So, Bang said that his mom would kill him if he heard that he wasn't on his game around women. But these days, a lot of women. Oh, we got a call.
Yes, answer it. Answer it. Tap in.
Hello. You on the Water Me Sis hotline? Who is this?
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
You anonymous or are you telling who you are?
No, I'm a G. This is Philip Douglas.
Oh, what up, Philip Douglas?
I'm good. How y'all?
Doing
Well,
good.
thank you.
That's good. I hear y'all talking that shit, so I just want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, what do females bring? Because outside of peace, which y'all truly lack in, you know what I mean? What y'all bring?
We lacking peace.
Definitely not lacking peace.
Right.
I come
What
with
do you consider
peace
peace? What do
every
you
day. I
consider
wake up to
peace?
peace.
I want to know, what do you consider peace?
I mean, that's, you asking the question right there that lets me know, like, do y'all even know what peace is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, you're not asking JALEAH because I definitely know what peace is. I wake up to peace every day. I am peace. I can share some.
This is what I'm saying, right? As women, for me, I'm speaking on me personally, right? Because my mother and my father, they're still married after 30-something years, right? So I've been taught to provide that peace for a man as far as not worrying about where his next meal is coming from, not worrying about if his house is going to be kept clean, not worrying about where his next meal is coming from. Like, you provide all that for a man. But I'm saying you could provide all that and he still not give a fuck. You know what I mean? If that's giving him peace of mind, right? To not worry about where my next meal is coming from. To when I can come home and everything's taken care of. My kids are being taught their ABCs and they're well taken care of and they're safe, right? I'm providing that peace for you where all you have to do is go outside of the home and take care of us financially, right? I've provided that peace and it still isn't enough.
I can provide.
You can pay for that.
I can provide a meal. I can do all that on my own.
I get it. So where does your peace come from is what I'm asking you.
Like, in terms of how do y'all speak peace into who y'all fuck with?
So,
Because, I mean, a lot of women, they don't know how to speak to the inner king and niggas nowadays. They just speak to these outward niggas. And females is as rough as these niggas nowadays. And I'm just like, if a woman don't know what your love languages are, and then if you ask her what her love language is, and then she just say some bullshit, which lets you know off the rip that she don't know what it is. So, how is somebody going to feed your love language if they don't know what the fuck it is?
Exactly. I tell people all the time, like, you have to have a love language because you could be loving someone the way that they don't want to be loved. Like, that could be your perception of giving them love, but they may be feeling love in another type of form. I know my love language, and I always ask men what their love language is. What do you want? You want words of affirmation? You want physical love? You like being touched? You want public display of affection? Do you want gifts? Do you want acts of service? I ask these things. Trust me. So it's just like, where do we fall short as women? Because we can do all those things. We can make sure. I've been taught to keep a house clean. Don't leave your man hungry or horny. take care of his children, make sure they're educated, all those things. But I can give a man all those things and they still won't act right. Mm-hmm. So then what do I do?
Exactly, because we think that we're providing peace to them.
That's that peace that I feel like you're looking for.
It's still not enough. It's still not enough.
Exactly.
It's still not enough.
That's
At the same time, too, y'all ignore the signs.
What sign? We do ignore signs.
Yeah.
We do ignore signs. I'm a believer of that.
So, I mean, with that, and I mean, I'm more interested, too, you know what I mean, in seeing and hearing a woman's perspective on here. But I just want to tap in real fast. You know, I'm listening in.
We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much for calling in.
Yes.
Like,
but I just want to know what's y'all's peace then. Like, if we're making your life easier, providing you with those things, then what is your peace? Mm-hmm. If we make sure your clothes are clean, your house is clean, your children are taken care of, you know, we're on top of your affairs, where you're bringing in the money, we're paying the bills, then what is your peace? What is your peace? Anybody
well, see, he was asking,
what type of niggas is y'all fucking out here? Or what type of niggas is y'all out here fucking with? Y'all picks might be lacking.
Blame niggas.
Man,
honestly.
I mean, I'm just saying, because I haven't
myself.
even, I'm going to blame it on me too, because I'm like, does my energy say, like, I'm just going to build a
bear. Calling all lame niggas who need to be builded.
Because I'm like, I swear, like, I just want to be lifted up myself. Like, can I find someone who is like on the same level that's just trying to build and move forward, encourage me to move forward, and like to where I don't have to do so much.
I know, but JALEAH, I've been there, right? I've been there at that point where you are, where I've been kind of like done with all niggas. Like, I'm tired of pouring into you. Who gonna pour into me? Mm-hmm. When I met my husband, my ex-husband, you know, when I met him, I was done. I was like, I'm tired of pouring into niggas. Like, a nigga gonna have to show me. And he showed me, right? He's like, okay, I could do this for you. You know, I can build you up. I could do this. I can do that. But then it was still on his terms. You know? So you get a nigga that's like willing to build you up and pour into you, and you're doing everything for, and they still don't appreciate it. Because I was done. I was tired of showing niggas. That's what a woman said too. A woman wrote a book about how we give men wifey tendencies or wifey vibes without them earning it first. Like, we're so quick to be like, let me show you what I can do. I can cook, I can clean, I can educate children, I can, you know, do all this for you. I can keep you on task, I can pay all your bills, I can uplift you, right? So you're giving these men all of your attributes off top when they don't really deserve it. So they're saying just give them platonic things. Like, here, you know?
Yeah.
I can be this woman if you want me to be, but this is what you're going to get.
But then it's like, when you give them like the mediocre, then they feel like you just mediocre.
Well, then
like, you know, like, then it's like,
right.
That's what they feel. They feel like, oh, you're just like every other girl, so it's like nothing. And then that's just me not giving you everything in the beginning. And then you think I'm just like every other woman. Like, oh, I'm nothing special.
When I met my ex-husband, I was done. I was done giving my all to men. I'm like, nigga, you gonna have to show me.
But
you know what I mean? And he did show me.
Right, and you gave a lot. So
I did
you
give a lot.
So you
I compromised
did
myself.
actually
I became
give
a completely different person. I did.
A lot.
I did.
So you did actually still give it to him.
That's what you do in a marriage. That's what you do in a union, is you compromise, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So I was willing to do that because I was tired of doing it for... Like, I didn't cook for him. I didn't clean for him. I didn't do all the shit that I did for all these other niggas that took it for granted. I was like, I'm not, right? Like, you're going to have to show me. And I still spent time in an 8-year marriage where I was not fulfilled. where I feel like I changed myself completely for this person. And they still didn't respect it. I was compromising. You know?
And I agree on
so
that.
where's the give? My dad always says, why? How does he say it? He's like, why? Something where you can milk the cow for free. Or something why buy the cow when you can milk it for free? Like, you're giving them everything they would want in a relationship, right? Off top. So why marry you? Why go the extra mile if you've already given me what I deserve in a relationship and I haven't even committed to you? And I feel like us as women try to keep showing these men, like, this is what I can do. This is the woman that I can be. And they take that shit for granted because we gave it all to them up front. Instead of just dating them genuinely and being like, yeah, you can get these things later.
Yeah, that's because we're trying to prove to them that we're like such an awesome woman, and it's like then they still not appreciating it.
I missed the call. We gotta call it back. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
We calling somebody who gave us a call. Let's see.
Hello.
Hey, it's Water Me Sis Live.
This is Bangs.
Hey, babe. What up?
What's cracking up?
How are you?
What I was saying, I'm doing well. I'm just chilling at work. I always catch y'all shows while I'm at work, chilling.
Okay.
Well,
thank you for tuning in. Yes, we love you.
For sure. But don't wait. Just to kind of elaborate on some of the things you guys are saying, like, one thing, like, first let me say this. Like, me personally, I've always been taught the traditional way when it comes to women, like, as far as opening doors, fixing tires, pumping gas, and all of those things, right? But in this day and age, a lot of that shit is kind of looked at, like, I have friends and people that look at me and they just say, like, I look thirsty or I look a certain way or I look weak. I come off as a beta rather than an alpha male.
Really?
But my thing is, like, yeah, I see it all the time, and I've even been told this. But I always say, like, you know, I don't do those things to try to be impressive because I'm thirsty, nor do I think that a woman is unable to do those things by herself. I do those things because this is what I taught you do out of respect for the woman you're with. You do as a man. You know what I'm saying? You're the man in this situation. But as far as, like, being in, like when you're in a relationship, I agree with what you say, like, learning each other's love language and you know, being able to communicate. But to go along with what you said, like, you know, it's way big. It's way more than just a woman. Like she said, a man, I can buy a maid. I can cook my own food. I can clean my own house and all those things. So for me, what I would want for a woman to bring to the table when it comes to me is just understanding and communication and just that emotional support that comes with being with a woman, because, you know, men, we're more so physical creatures. Women are emotional. They think things through differently. Sometimes 1 + 1 is 2. Sometimes 1 + 1 is unicorn. When 1 + 1 is unicorn, it's unicorn.
1 + 1 is unicorn.
So that's what I'm saying. You know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
it.
It's like it's just a tit for tat thing, and I'm also a big person on reciprocation. And I think a lot of men would even agree with me on that. Is like, we base our love based off, like, if we do something for you, how do you reciprocate it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm out here working and doing all my things as far as, like, the financials, the bills and all that, then I would expect for it to reciprocate it to where at least you can do is help me around the house, keep the house clean and all that. But even in that situation, if you have a man that he's doing that and you're doing all that and you still don't feel appreciated, then the obvious thing is that man's not for you. He's not right. He's not on your level.
Right. I'm like, you could be doing all that.
Same thing vice versa. Same thing vice versa.
I have a question for you,
in that
babe.
situation.
So, with you, since you saying that other people say that the way that you act, it comes across like you're a beta instead of an alpha, man, how did the women react to how you are? Like, being a traditional man, do you feel appreciated? Or do you feel like it's taken for granted?
Well, in this day and age, like I said, it's taken for granted by a lot of women in this day and age. Because it's almost like, because they say chivalry is dead. A lot of that women, when they see that, that is not their ideal.
Right, because a lot of niggas don't
That's
do
not their
that.
idea of masculinity, like being too nice and being all that. And especially because of some of the traumas the generation deals with, it's almost like, oh, you're doing this because you just want my pussy, or you just thirsty. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, just because I'm not really with this generation like that, I'm somewhat of an alien, an outcast or some shit. I don't know, but I do those things because that's the way I was taught. That's the way, I grew up with a single mother, and that's the way my mother taught me to appreciate women when they're in your presence. If you're a king, you act according as a king does in the kingdom. A king serves no man and nobody but his queen. Period. You know what I'm saying? When women are in the room, you show a proper respect, as you would want a woman to show you respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But kings had concubines.
That's what I throw out.
But we're not gonna go there. I'm just saying.
That's factual too. But
you know what I mean? Can you spread your love equally?
Even though kings got concubines, the king is still expected to do what he's supposed to do to maintain his kingdom.
Yes.
To maintain the women who are around him.
Agreed.
He's given concubines a certain respect.
Agreed.
Regardless if you believe in monogamy, polygamy. You know what I'm saying? Show that respect and reciprocate it both ways. Communicate.
I get it. Communicate. I agree with you. What you said you was bang culture?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm feeling you. I agree with everything you saying. I'm right on top of that shit. Like, you speaking the truth. So I appreciate you calling in and giving your perspective and telling us how you feel.
Yes.
Most definitely.
And
I
your
agree.
support. We appreciate
Yes,
that.
I agree with everything you saying.
Yes. And don't be discouraged. You stay yourself. I just want to say, Bang, and there's going to be that one woman that is definitely going to appreciate you for everything that you do. Like, I get what you're saying about the whole alpha and the beta thing, but guess what? Who cares what they want to call you and put what category that you want to be in? Because there's going to be that one girl that is going to be like, oh, he is in every category that I was looking for. Okay? So that's all I got to say.
I definitely believe that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little conceited, a little cocky, but I'm really more so confident. But, that's how I feel. That's how I am.
I feel it.
That's just me.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Y'all be easy.
You too. Thank you.
For calling in. We appreciate it.
Yes.
No problem.
All
right.
No problem. Much love.
Much love. Peace.
Peace and blessings. That's what's up. Like, we heard some real gems from a king. Like,
yes.
He didn't say nothing that I wasn't agreeing with. Like, that shit was on point. Yes, like, that's all you can say was like, okay, nigga, all right.
So, y'all see, like, Bang is out there, ladies. And who cares? Like, and that's the thing. See, the whole alpha and the beta thing, like, if you really want to know, I'm like, give me a beta all day or something, because an alpha, he might beat me on the side of my head. So,
hey, let's not go there. But that's the thing. I consider myself an alpha woman. And I feel like I could accept either an alpha man or a beta man. Like, I can be touching them or telling them they beautiful or whatever. They might not feel it. You got to learn what the love language is from your partner. You know?
That's true.
That's real. So what are some what are some limits in a relationship? What are some things that you can deal with, some things you can't?
One thing I can't deal with is a cheater.
A cheater?
A cheater. If you just cheat, it's over and done with.
No, I can deal with a cheater, honestly.
What? Oh, domestic violence for me too. Don't put your hands on me neither.
Is the ultimate, okay? That's probably about the most, right? I'm not possessive of a person, so I can deal with you yearning for someone else or you wanting some type of love or acceptance from someone else.
That's fine. That's not cheating.
Part of the ups and downs.
It's not. It's not.
Like, cheating is not
It's not.
But what is cheating to a person? That's the thing. You know, because like lusting over somebody, that's not cheating to me.
Right.
Like you can lust over somebody and have fantasies over somebody all day, but then once you touch them, then that's cheating.
I do feel like that way. Like a lot of marriages back in the day weren't a piece of paper. It was literally when you laid with that person, when you stuck your dick inside her vagina. That's what made you with that person, in a sense, right? So I feel like that's cheating. In a way, you know, if I don't agree with you laying with this person or being with this person in a sexual sense, then that is cheating. Am I wrong or am I right?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But then in a sense, you have to be okay not being possessive. When you're in a relationship with someone, you can't think you own them now.
No.
Right?
Oh, of course.
They're allowed to do whatever the fuck they want with whoever the fuck they want. If they want to be kept, they gonna be kept. If they not, they not. You know what I mean? You can't live your life or your relationship being possessive over this type of person. So I feel like cheating, I could get past. I could get past the sense of cheating. Some things that I can't get past is physical abuse. I can't get past a nigga going upside his head.
Mm-hmm. Going upside.
Oh, going upside my head.
Yeah, that's
right?
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
me too. Me too. That's definitely a deal breaker for me too.
There can be a lot of stuff, but
right.
You pass it, you better do
the
that.
moment you hit me, you better know you gonna get hurt, cause I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
We both gonna die, cause I'm gonna hurt you.
I know.
Like, look.
I've been in it twice. You know what I mean? Like, I've dealt with it twice. The first time I was like, no, I'm not making an excuse for it. Like, if you hit me, my daddy told me if they hit you once, they gonna hit you again. Mm-hmm. You know? So the first time I was in that situation, I was like, no. You know what I mean? The second time, I made an excuse for it, not once, but twice. So it's just like, when do you know, like, what's your breaking point as a woman where you know this isn't for you? Mm-hmm. It's not for you. And I can get through almost just about anything. You know? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not a possessive type person.
But it's just like you really never know until you've actually been through the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I haven't. So it's just like, you know. I say that now, but I don't know if that's really...
Yeah, but you wouldn't really want to go through the situation.
Right?
Yeah,
you don't want to.
And I mean, like, honestly, if being in a domestic relationship myself, like, you would think that watching Lifetime movie networks and like all of that you would just be like so strong in the beginning. But I'm not gonna act like I was very strong in the beginning. Like when the very first time that I got hit, I was pretty shocked, but I was just like, oh well, you're not gonna go down without me. I'm not going down. I'm not Lifetime movie network like. Right. No, we're about to be bleeding, both of us probably. So that's how I was. I was just like, I'm not about to get hit. But honestly, I still stayed in that situation, which was still stupid. Mm-hmm. So
you would think, like, I want to openly apologize, okay? Because there were women who went through that situation where I didn't feel compassion for.
Bitch, I would never.
Right, like, right. A nigga put his hands on me, what the fuck? I would never stay in a situation like that until I was in it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Until a nigga actually went upside my head and I was like, oh, fuck, you know? And I gave him 1 pass, 2 passes, and then I was like, oh, no. This is not love. This is not what I see spending the rest of my life as I have to get out of it. So I want to openly apologize to the people that I felt like weren't strong enough to get out of a situation like that. Because now I can say I've been there. I can say I've been abused physically, and I gave him a pass, you know? And now that I've gone through it, I'm like, okay, I can see why a woman would stay around or would think that the good outweighs the past or whatever, you know? But now I'm saying you can get through it. No matter if you have to be alone, no matter if you have kids by the man, no matter what the circumstances is. And I'm not downing my baby dad because I'm saying openly on our network and on Water Me Sis, my ex-husband has never physically abused me, okay? So, but I've been in the situation before where I couldn't understand why a woman would stay around being physically abused.
Right.
And I'm saying that I've been in a situation and I've made excuses for it. So we have to come together and be stronger and be like, this ain't how the fuck we see life. Like, there's got to be something better. There's got to be something more.
If you're like going through the experience like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, know that there is a way out and that you can do it alone and that you don't have to be in
alone.
that. No,
you got us.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was about to say you can hit me up in my inbox. Like if that's you beating on a nigga, stop now because it's not healthy both ways. Like no, for real, because a nigga should not be beat up and a girl shouldn't either.
No,
and I've definitely been through the experience, and so I definitely can. At least we could talk about it. Girl, if you need anybody to talk to, like, I'm definitely there. Just inbox me. My Facebook is JALEAH Ms. J, JALEAHMIZZJ. Just go ahead and hit me up. Like, I've definitely been there. I definitely know how it is. So... I mean, like, I definitely know how it is giving advice too. So I'm going to try to help you as best that I can. And hopefully that when you do reach out to me, that you are just willing for help and someone to talk to. And that's me.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a good show, ladies.
It definitely was a good show.
We didn't even get through all our topics. We got to save them for next time.
We're going to save it for next time, but we definitely thank our network for what they do for us. Please tap in every single Saturday that we do go live. We thank you. We did want to tell you about an upcoming event that I'm having. I'm working with a nonprofit organization. We're having a youth game night that is going to be August the 28th at the JALEAH Center. Check out the flyer that is on there. It's definitely a free event. Nothing costs. I mean, everything is free food. Please bring the kids out. What we're trying to do is we're trying to stop the violence for the youth as far as getting back into school safe. So please bring them out for some good fun. It's going to be some game night.
I'm seeing the shit my sister's putting together.
Yes, her.
My son.
Yes.
Is 6. He going to be giving out snow cones.
He got
free snow cones.
Now,
tell them
in a minute they ain't gonna be free.
Yes.
So you might want to come.
Hey, my guy snow cones definitely going to be giving out the
young
free
entrepreneur, black-owned business.
And we definitely agree with the young entrepreneurs. On my same page, hit me up. If you are a young entrepreneur and you want to get your business out there, please let me know. Tap in. Young and Motivated is who is going to get you going. So tap in on that Saturday evening. We're going to have some video games. So tap in.
Actually, you know, I support my friends and what they got going on. My friend Mari, she's having a block party as well.
Yes.
1 week from today, she says, we're popping up on the PH Legends Day. You don't want to miss the one. So bring the entire family. It's free. We put it on together for the community. She's collabing with K-Tone.
Yes.
Get in there.
Yes.
Get in there.
Yes. I think it's on the same day, so go ahead and stop by there, and then go ahead and come by there, because there exactly is them in the beginning of the day, and then come on and stop by in the evening.
Also, like I said, I got invited to a party last night. It was like rooftop vibes, fireplace. I think it was put on by DJ Blaze, but there were some gentlemen there, black-owned business. I don't know. I don't do the lean, okay? I don't do lean, right? But I do smoke weed. But there's some people who don't want to smoke their weed. They want to drink it. So they offer a TH syrup, right? So it's similar to lean, but it's THC infused. You can mix it with a little drink, you know what I'm saying? Get a little tore up or whatever the fact may be. I drank some, and it did get me nice. It did get me nice for the night. So I do want to give a shout out to High Grade. High Grade. Yes, you can go buy their syrup, have like a lean portion of THC infused stuff. So it works. It gets you high. Shit, I felt it. For sure, for sure.
Well, we thank you guys.
Yes.
We will see you next week.
All right.
All right.
Love y'all.
Peace out. Bye.